Chapter 3, all about a dog. A competition is better to fault object using word like us. So it was a bitterly cold night, and even at of the far end of the bus, the east wind that raved along the street cut like a knife. Look at here. पिक्चर्स दी गई है. Okay. The bus stopped and two women and a man. ये बस है, बस में two women है and one man go into together a field the vacant palace पे वो लोग जा रहे हैं. The young woman was dressed in a silk skin and carried one of these little Pekingese dog. एक लेडीज हैं जिन्होंने कपड़े पहन रखे हैं सिल्क में स्किन टाइप के एंड उन्होंने एक डॉग ले रखा है अपने गोद में हाथ में, पेट डॉग. दैट वुमन इन सिल्क स्किन लाइक टू कैरी इन देयर लैप्स. द कंडक्टर कम इन एंड टुक द फेयर्स. कंडक्टर ये है और वो आता है, वो देखता है. देन ही आइज रिस्टेड विथ कोल्ड मेलेंस ऑन द baby-eyed toy dog. Okay, and I show trouble breathing. This was the opportunity for which he had been waiting, and he intended to make the most of it. Had marked him as the type of what Mr. Wells has called the resentful employee, the man with a general vague grievance against everything and a particular grievance against passengers who come and sat in his bus while he surveyed at the door. You must take the dog out, he said with sore venom. Okay, silk skins, the skins and food of seals used by people to make waterproof jacket and boots, dressed expensively pigs, a breed of small pug-nosed, short-legged and a long-haired dog. Wells, the English writer H.G. Wells, 1866-1946, remembered for his science fiction venom possessions her hatred. I shall clearly do nothing of the kind. You can take my name and address, said the woman, who had evidently expected the challenge and knew the reply. You must take the dog out. That's my orders. I want to go on the top in such weather. It would kill me, said the woman. Woman ने कहा. Certainly not, said her lady. Compositions or you we got a cog as it is it's a nonsense, said her male competitions. The conductors pulled the bell and bus stopped. कंडक्टर ने चेन को खींचा एंड बस स्टॉप हुई. दिस बस डजंट go until the dog is brought out, and he stopped on the pavement and waited. It was his moment of triumph. He had the law on his side, and the whole bus was full of angry people under the harrow. His embittered soul was having a real holiday. The storm inside rose high. Shameful. He's not better than a German. Why isn't he the army? Call the police. Let's all report him. वो उन्होंने कहा मैं पुलिस को बुला के सारी रिपोर्ट्स दूंगा. Let's make him give our fares back. For everybody was on the side of the lady and the dog. The little animal sat blinking at the dim lights in happy unconscious of the rumpus of which he was the case. The conductor come to the door. Conductor आता है डोर की तरफ. What's your number? said one, taking out a pocket book with gestures of trivial things. There is my number, said the conductor imperturbably. He give us our fares back. You we engaged to carry us. You can't leave us her all night. Harrow, a farming machine with a metal teeth on a frame used to break up the soil after plugging. Here, generally districted, improbably clammy. No fares back, said the conductor. 2 or 3 passengers got out and disappeared into the night. The conductor took another turn on the pavement, then went and had a talk with the driver. Another bus and the last on the road, sailed by the indifferent to the shots of the passenger to stop. They stick by each other. The violence was the comment. Someone pulled the belt tree that brought the drive around to the door. Who's conductor of this bus? उन्होंने पूछा कौन सा कंडक्टर है इस बस का. He said and paused for a reply. उन्होंने जवाब दिया none coming. He returned to his seat and resumed batting his arms across his chest. There was no hope in that quarter. A policeman strolled up and looked at the door. ये पुलिस आके रुकती है एंड डोर की तरफ देखती है. एंड अवेलेंस ऑफ इंडिगेंट protects and apples brushed on him. Well, he's got his rules, you know, he said. Generally give your name and address. ये यहाँ के रूल हैं, उन्हें जनरली आपको एक्सेप्ट करना होगा, नहीं तो अदरवाइज गिव मी योर नेम एंड योर एड्रेस. लुक एट दैट. To and fro on prevent, like a captain on the deck in the hour of victory. A young woman whose voice and had risen high above the gale inside descended on him with an air of threatening and slaughter. He was immovable, as cold as the night, and as hard as the prevent. She passed on in a fury of importance to the 3 policemen who stood like a group of statuary up the street watching the drama. Then she come back impulsively beckoned to her young man who had sat a silent witness of her rage, and vanished. Other followed. The bus was impeding even the dashing young fellow who had demanded the number and who had declared he would see this thing through if he sat 3 all night, had taken on opportunity slip away. Meanwhile, the picnic party were passing through every stage of resistance to abject surrender. I'll go on the top, said the silk-skinned lady at last. Meanwhile, the picnic party were passing through every stage of resistance to abject surrender. I'll go on the top, said the silk-skinned lady at last. You must, I will. You have all pneumonia. Let me take this. Is this from the man? Certainly not. She would die with her dog. When she had disappeared up the stair, the conductor come back, pulled the bell, and the bus went on. He stood sorely, trumpet, while his conductor was savagely discussed in his face by the remnant of the party. Then the engine stopped work and the conductor went to the help of the drive. It was a long job, and presently the lady with the dog stole down the stairs and re-entered the bus. When the engine was put right, the conductor come back and pulled the bell. Then his eyes fell on the dog, and his hand went to the bell rope again. The driver looked around. The conductor pointed to the dog. The bus stopped and the struggle recommenced with all the original features. The conductor walking the pavement, the driver smoking his arms on the box. The little dog blinking at the lights, and the silk-skin lady declaring that she would not go on the top, and finally going. "I got my roll, sir," said the conductor to me when I was the last passenger left behind. He said he had won his victory, but felt that he would like to justify himself to somebody. "Rules," I said, "are necessary things, but there are rules and rules. Some are hard and fast rules, like the rules of the road, which cannot be broken without danger to life and limb, but some are only rules for goodness, which you can apply or wink at as common sense dictates, like the rule about the dog. They are not a wipe put in your hand to scorch your passenger with, but an authority for an emergency. They are meant to be observed in the spirit, no in the letter, for the comfort and not the discomfort of the passenger. You have kept the rule and broken its spirit. You want to mix your rules with a little goodwill and good temper." He took it very well, and when I got off the bus, he said good night quite humbly. Recommended started against case suffering, wink and ignore something items, sort a wipe used to punish people in the past. Case is suffering. A.G. Gardiner, जो इसके राइटर हैं A.G. Gardiner. 2 and 4 on